From the rubble of a collapsed hotel in Mandalay, a woman, alive, stretchered to safety.
They are still taking in the horror, the death, all around. Ulatain Monastery in Mandalay has become a burial site. One of the monks shows a photo of where 180 students were sitting their exams when the earthquake hit. It's feared dozens of them died. Many young Burmese men and women joined Buddhist monasteries to bring good fortune. Nearby, San Nui A says she just wants to hear her brother's voice again. Power is down in many places. The military junta already restricted the internet, so working out the scale of this disaster is difficult. But we made contact with 30-year-old market seller May and her mum, who are both in Mandalay.
We are in acute difficulty and still haven't got any aid. I am now outside of the city, staying under a hut. Most hotels and tall buildings are in ruins, and lots of people are under the rubble. The tremors never stop.
A 5.1 magnitude aftershock in Mandalay this afternoon. Many of the 1.5 million living here are sleeping out in the open, fearful of what more may come.
Hello.
A sign of life. Remarkable stories keep emerging.
Okay, water coming.
This man discovered in the capital Naypyidaw by local and Singaporean rescuers. After 40 hours trapped, freedom. But freedom is relative in military-ruled Myanmar. Although international aid is arriving, it's feared the generals will keep it all for only the areas under their control.
Praying amongst the rubble for the victims of Friday's devastating earthquake. Tears flowed for those who have died and those still missing. It's fear the death toll will continue to grow. This is Naypyidaw, Myanmar's capital. It's just a few hundred kilometers from the epicenter of where the deadly tremor struck. The smell of death hangs in the air around the damaged buildings. There are many bodies that still haven't been recovered from the rubble. Few people here are willing to speak to journalists due to the fear of reprisal from the Myanmar's military government. But one woman told us how her family has been coping since the earthquake struck.
At night we sleep in a wide open area, but we can't sleep well because there are aftershocks every 2 or 3 hours. We can't sleep or eat well. I'm just drinking water and feeling exhausted. We cannot expect to rebuild our lives to how they were under these circumstances. We may have to live in a slum. Nothing is left. Even now I can't afford to get food.
In these tents, about 50 medical staff are treating 200 patients. There is a 1,000-bed hospital nearby, but it's not safe to send people there. The entire emergency room has collapsed. My colleague Ted Nizov visited a large residential complex that housed civil servants. The ground floor has completely sunk into the ground, he says. The first, second and third floors are badly damaged. There are a number of bodies still under the rubble and the smell is quite bad. International teams have been allowed in to help with rescue efforts, so some help is reaching affected areas. But the UN has criticized the military junta for continuing to launch airstrikes on rebel groups after the earthquake struck. Those affected by this disaster will need help for many more days to come.
This tragedy is taking its toll. It's been an exhausting 3 days for the families here, watching, waiting for any information on their loved ones, hopeful but helpless. Prani Trampui is a construction worker. 2 of her colleagues, a man and his nephew, are still missing under the rubble. They were one team, normally working on another site, but they split up the day of the earthquake, and both men came to work here.
How do you feel right now that you're waiting for
the bodies of your colleagues to be pulled out?
My feeling is forlorn. I cannot explain, sorry.
It must be really hard. We worked every day together, she tells me. We were like family.
มีแม่แต่นั่งรออย่างนี้แหละให้ลูกไปที่โรงพยาบาลแล้ว
ไม่ได้แจ้งอะไรเลยว่าชื่ออะไรไปอยู่โรงพยาบาลมั่งก็อาจจะไปอยู่โรงพยาบาลหรือว่าเนี่ยให้คิดไปฝั่งนู้นดีกว่า
အောက်ထပ်မှာပေါ့ဒီတက်ထပ်မှာလုံလာနေတယ်ဒီဆိုတာကလားစင်နေတော့ဟိုဘာမှလုံးနေလူကမလုပ်ဘူးဟိုအဲ့မှာပြီး
The pace of the operation has picked up, but the process is still agonizingly slow. Heavy machinery is now operating very close to us, and the dust is really heavy. You can smell it and you can almost taste it. But if you look at this, you can see the scale of the destruction and what the rescue teams are contending with. The authorities have said that the search will continue until all those missing are accounted for. But the window for finding people alive here is quickly closing.